So Ben, it's great to have you with us.
Angel, it's so good to see you. It's been too long, and it's my honor to be here. Thank you for having me.
Why a musician and why the cello?
Well, I guess there's a few ways to answer it. The simple way is my parents gave me a cello when I was 4, and it worked. I just never stopped playing it. But I guess the more complicated answer, it's more of an evolution. As when I was very young, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, it was all so easy, and I was so naturally gifted as a child. It was just simple, like walking. Um, and I guess it got a little rougher in the teenage years, as most things in a teenager's life do. Um, but then once I matured into a more well-grown young adult, I started realizing how the cello specifically and music really were kind of like a I think of it as like a portal into art and history and humanity, um, something that lets me really get to know the different sounds and the different cultures throughout history of all these great arts that we get to perform together. So that's what's
Then you
kept me with it.
wonderful. Then you have been playing with us for many years already. Do you want to tell us which of those performances have made a bigger impact in you as a musician?
Yeah, sure. There's so many. There've been so many. Uh, there've been so many fun concerts. Well, one of the things you have to understand for me about post-classical is I truly feel like almost every concert I give, especially with the larger groups, especially, um, the way in which they're unique for me, it's just the best. Like I was saying, a glimpse into other histories, a glimpse into other cultures, and pretty much all of these large concerts that we're doing are just that. For example, I'm thinking about the Shostakovich and Weinberg concerts that we did. We did many of them. There was one at the Harmon Center that featured chamber symphonies of Shostakovich and Weinberg, and Toradze playing the piano concerto. And I had the honor of opening some pre-concert concert with solo Weinberg. It was a massive program, and I remember being totally blown away by how huge the program was, and not just in size of length, but also the material itself was just like whew, really, really, really heavy stuff. But then, on the other side of things, we take a look at Native American culture with the Native American Inspirations concert that we did at the cathedral, and that was incredibly special for me. Verified 1/16th Navajo, so like this has always been a goal of mine to learn more about Native American culture and all the different tribes and histories of how um, this country came to be, better or worse. And this concert itself was really interesting. And I actually got to, after one of the dress rehearsals, I remember getting to spend a little time talking to Emmanuel Bear, I think was his name. And him and I had a really nice personal exchange. We can get more into that some other time. But oh, and the Indonesian concert, how could I forget? The Cultural Fusion Indonesian concert was so much fun. This was so interesting. It was like a kaleidoscope of gamelan sounds coming from all directions, walking through the cathedral, just really, really astounding stuff. And some moments in that concert, I remember when we were performing as an orchestra, just like really, really special moments. I remember we were sitting in the middle of the cathedral, so there was something about the sound that was different, and it got so ethereal so many times in the quiet parts, and just all the culture. There's so many concerts to talk about.
So Ben, I can't wait to have you back with us and have live performances. As you know, we are trying to do some outdoor performances in the spring, summer.
Mm.
We will keep you posted, of course, and then hopefully starting completely, back to normal in the fall. Any final thoughts for our audience, for our supporters and our followers?
Mm. Um, just to have patience and to have hope and faith in music that it will continue to serve us in the most positive of ways that we need as human beings. Art, music, coming together. We'll be there soon. It'll happen.
Ben, thanks so much.
Thank you,
I'll see
Angel.
you very soon.
Definitely.